Hello and welcome to another Matchday Live as Oxford United take on Doncaster at home. As many of you will have noticed, I'm on my own to begin today's programme, but that's absolutely fine. I'm here to bring you team news first of all, so let's have a look. Not a huge surprise that Jack Stevens in goal, with Josh Ruffles, Elliot Moore, Rob Atkinson, and it is Jamie Hansen at right back today. Obviously, the very tragic loss of Anthony Ford's family member. He's gone back home to be with his family, and all of the thoughts from everyone at the club to him. But Hansen has stepped in on several occasions this season, and even though he's a bit more, shall we say, rough and ready in that position, he has held his own. Speaking of rough and ready, Alex Rodriguez-Gorin. Gorin Rodriguez, whichever order you want to do it in, is holding his usual position, that holding midfield, defensive midfield role, sort of sweeping and covering anytime any of the back four move forwards. Just in front, we've got Brannigan and Kelly. Great to see Kelly back in the lineup after being on the bench a few times recently. And hopefully, where he has had that time on the touchlines, he'll be a bit more fresh. And then we have Barker and Shadipo on the left and right, which obviously they'll start one way, and I'm sure they'll change throughout the game. And Taylor up top, having not played as much on Saturday, so hopefully he'll be a bit more fresh as well. On the bench, that leaves Eastwood, Hall, Sykes, Adji, Grayson, Lee, and Chambers Parallon, who obviously has made his debut recently and sort of held his own. He's certainly dipped his toe in the water, and hopefully he'll get a bit more experience, and that'll be fantastic. Obviously, looking at that bench, you've got Hall, Sykes, Adji. That's a lot of pace there, and then you've got a lot of experience as well. Again with Hall, but also Eastwood and Lee. So should more experienced head be needed, I'm sure they can turn to them. Right, okay, so the manager is Carl Robinson, and here's an interview between him and Chris Williams.
Midweek at the Kassam, Doncaster Rovers.
It's just relentless.
Yeah, it just goes game after game.
We've been saying that from tomorrow. I think it's 4 games in 11 days.
Yeah.
It's not so much. Sometimes when you play this amount of games in a short period of time, you sort of have a build-up of Saturday, and you know that period's coming, like Christmas, Easter, so on and so forth. To work off the back of playing Saturday, Tuesday, I think for the last 5 weeks now, maybe. Yeah. So it's a big ask, but the players have been brilliant, Chris, and the big thing is positivity around the place. I think it's a real zest for the job that you do, and Tuesday night under the lights at home, we've generally performed quite well. I'm not saying we always win, but we've generally performed okay.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to the game
Tuesday.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. Generally, we'd say, oh, look, are the players running out of steam? Are the legs turning to jelly? Are they tired? Every team's in the same boat.
Yeah, every team's in exactly the same situation, and we're looking forward to the game. We're looking forward to the challenge. Doncaster, same as us, they're playing a lot of football, but tiredness is massive, yes. Injuries and suspensions and other issues. Obviously, we've got one at the moment with young Anthony Ford. I didn't know if you want to talk about that. Yeah, he's got a family issue, and he sadly lost his grandfather, and it's important that he gets back and sees his family and make sure that's done correctly. The football club believes in families, and it believes in that relationship that you have with people who you love, and we know that is the right thing for him, so he won't be available for tomorrow. So again, it's all little things that accumulate to generally other tiredness in other areas of the team. But it is what it is, Chris. We embrace the different change, and we just look forward to the next game.
Any of the wounded soldiers like to be back?
We're ready to go. We're looking forward to it, and let's just play these games and enjoy them.
I'm joined by club legend Peter Rice-Brown. Hello.
You said it every time.
I do. Have you had your jab yet?
Yes. You gave me a lot of stick the other week. I got in Saturday week, and no idea we played. I had it in the morning, and I felt really rough in the evening. Yeah, I got through the day fine. That's my first one done, no problems at all.
Good. It sort of shows everything's working if your body sort of makes you tired or whatever.
Tired. Some weird dreams. And you're in one. Really weird. I wouldn't have it again. But no, it's fine. Good as gold. So I'm old enough now.
Right. Okay. So your role at the club now is the commercial side of things.
Yeah.
Who are today's match sponsors?
Today's match sponsors, once again, is Bradford Decorating, painter and decorator Sean Bradford. Been involved with the club a number of years. Been back at the Manor days, so he's local. People know him. He's got one of the big the seat banners behind in the Oxford Mail stand there, Jim Smith stand, I should say. Sean and his lady, good lady Di, has been involved with the club for so often. Any business you want to chuck Sean's way, he's on the website. He'll be picking man of the match tonight.
Yeah, and it'll be Matty Taylor after his hat-trick.
Well, he's back in now, so that's good. He's back in. He needs a goal. I think I've said that last time. So he needs one. I mean, confidence-wise, he needs a goal. He needs a tap in. He needs one to come off his backside, and it doesn't matter how he scores. But at least he's still making those runs, and he's still working hard. So the thing about Matty that he never disappears, you know.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people talk about him dropping a bit more deep, and he does that even when he's scoring a lot. But he's always finding those spaces, and there are moments when the ball goes across the pitch, and if he's not on it, you think that's exactly where he would be.
Well, tonight we're playing two wingers. You've got Shalipa on one side, and you've got Barker on the other, and as you know, they can switch. But I expect Barker to start on the left. For the beginning, but if we playing with wingers, you've got to get the ball out to them. You've got to get bodies in the box, and you've got Brannigan that will be bombing up in midfield to get into the box as well with Matty, Liam Kelly on the edge of the box, and the opposite winger needs to get in the box. So there's lots going on tonight, and with the defeat on Saturday, we're just under a little bit more pressure to win tonight and get a result on Saturday as well. So.
Yeah, I know it's a very different game to when we played them, 3 weeks ago. It seems like only yesterday. But what a performance that was. Like such a strong performance for a loss. We've played worse and won.
Exactly, yeah. So the confidence is okay, you beat the boys at the 420 and then you play well against Hull like you do and don't get the result that you should do. However, the possession is always great. But then again, if you're having a lot of possession, Liam, and you're not creating anything, people are going to say, you can have the possession if you're not going to hurt us. We need to hurt people a bit more. We need to be a bit more positive, a bit more direct, personally.
Well, that's one of the things Carl said during the week, that we need to stop trying to score the perfect goal.
Yeah.
When you see the goal, shoot. And that's exactly what Adji did in that game down the road. It's sort of a half chance. Most of the time you'd be asking him to square it, but no, he shoots, and because it's an early shot, the keeper's not ready for it.
So it's just about more shots you get in, the more chance you got of scoring. So it's a tough one tonight, but the pitch is in great nick. It's a bit of a skiddy surface, which is nice. They've just watered it again, and it's not so windy as it was in previous nights we've had up here. So we're got a chance to start again and get on a winning trial again.
Yeah, the other big change is Hansen in at right back. Obviously, Anthony Ford's had a loss in his family. Hansen's played that role a fair few times, and they're very different players, but you sort of feel confident he's not going to let anyone pass, even if he ends up rugby tackling him down.
Yeah, I think we had the Mickey Lewis game where he actually smashed him a few times, and Mickey would have been so proud of that game and those tackles. But Jamie's okay as long as he doesn't get carried away. As long as he knows his job and he sits in there and he passes the ball well and stuff. No, he's good. But with Jamie, the confidence with him is that he needs more games, and obviously it's another game tonight, because of injury to Sam and stuff. So he'll benefit from this little run in the team.
Talking of more games, commercial sort of opportunities for people to get involved with. You obviously have things available between now and the end of the season. You've had someone pull out for Saturday's game. Yeah, Blackpool Saturday, another big one. Match sponsorship is available. We are happy to do a bit of a deal on that one. God, I sound like Del Boy. But we are happy to do a deal on that one as it's quite late. You get your advertising on the pitch side as you do here. You get to select man of the match. We do a story on the website, which goes out on the Thursday to about 50,000 people, on our website, which is fantastic. So it's a good deal, and you're getting benefit from it, and so are the club. You're putting money back into the club, so it's
that's available if you'd like to give us a call or email me on rosie@oufc.co.uk.
And if that's gone, there are still other opportunities.
Yeah.
Or you could go, if there's anything next year, I presume you've got a whole file full of people.
Well, the thing about it, we're going to leave next year until next year. I think we just need to get everything over the line if we can, for this season. Even though there's no hospitality going on, the benefits from sponsoring games and getting involved with either the match ball sponsorship or sponsoring the manager and having a Zoom call with him an hour before kickoff, which is quite a thing. A lot of people like that with the gaffer. Lots of opportunities because we're doing everything on the website and digitally now. So it's fine, and it's not as expensive as the hospitality wise because you're not getting it.
Yes,
but you're getting exposure, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and obviously they'll be mentioned on this live stream on Saturday, so that'll be great.
Yeah.
So today's Bradford's, are they commercial? Are they domestic? Are they both?
Bit of both. Yeah, he mixes up. He'll paint anything if it's not nailed down. He'll paint it.
And he's nothing to do with the graffiti that's happened in Reading that talks about Team Robbo. Just like to clear his name from that one.
I wouldn't. No, I would. No, Sean's a good man. So a lot of people know Sean Bradford. He used to run football teams in the past. And yeah, I would say that almost everybody listening and watching would know Sean Bradford.
Excellent. Right, okay. Other things to talk to you about. UFC picks.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to take part, unfortunately, but you do like to do your predictions anyway.
Yeah, I haven't seen the questions today. I mean, ask me a question.
Will Matty Taylor score today?
They asked me that last one and I said yes and I was wrong. So I'm going to say no. I'm
going
to do the opposite.
I know this won't be a question on our UFC picks, but you in your absolute heyday, on your fastest day, Brandon Barker, who's winning in a standing start race?
Okay. PRB, Brandon Barker, second.
He's an interesting one to watch. I don't know if it comes across this way, and I follow, but it never looks like he's sprinting. But in fact, I do know this because I watched the whole game on it. He outpaced Gavin White, but it looked like he was jogging, and it was.
I know.
It's
the style. It's that. But I think the problem with Barker, he does it ever so well when he gets a lot of space. If he starts running from halfway line, you've got a chance. But a couple of times he's run out of pitch.
Mm-hmm.
But he is quick. He's got two great feet. Well, I only had the one, but my one was enough. So,
he's also tracked back a few times
well.
and caught up a counter attack.
Yeah, I did that once as well. No, he's good. I like him. He just needs to get more crosses in, and we need to get more bodies in the box. I've said that every game in the last.
Well, I think if the last two games have taught us anything, it's have a shot and it might take a deflection and go in. If it's not going in anyway, it still might end up in the back of the net.
Tonight, I think we struggle to score an open play at the moment. So I'm looking at set pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Set pieces, Elliot Moore and
all the more reason to have a shot though, because it might go out for a corner. It might as long as it's on target, it means the keeper it'll either go in or the keeper has to save it.
Yeah.
So
set pieces from Brannigan, assist, Elliot Moore header. There you go.
There you go. There's your UFC picks. Perfect. Right, one more time. If anyone wants to get involved with the commercial side of things, including the match sponsorship on Saturday, what's the email address?
It's Rosie, ROSIE, @OUFC.co.uk.
Perfect. Thanks very much for joining me. Right, here is an interview with Josh Ruffles.
I thought Saturday at Hull, we played pretty well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did well. I think first half we created a few chances. Second half, not as much, and they took their chances pretty well, I think, and caught us out on the break a few times, which we knew they had in their locker. They've got some good forward players, but that's why they're at the top of the league, and we got to bounce back Tuesday really with another massive game.
The gaffer was moaning about a deflection or two. We can't complain about that after what Brandon did at Swindon, can we?
No, can go each way. Obviously, we got our luck Tuesday in a massive game for us, and it goes the opposite way Saturday, so it's a bit frustrating. But we have to take that on the chin, and it happens.
You said, why do you pick me to do press for us? I've just thought of why I picked you to do press. After we scored, or Dan Adji scored, in front of the empty...
Yeah, I know what's coming now.
Yeah. So why were you celebrating
the cameraman? The cameraman was taking photos, so I thought I'd get a good photo there.
This is very clever.
I can see
but
why.
There were no fans there.
No, there were no fans, I get that, but I heard fans were saying and laughing about me cheering to nobody, but why not, eh? I was trying to get a good photo. It's as good as it gets at the moment.
Yeah, but representing the fans, so that's good enough. You are Oxford,
Exactly.
so that was good. More serious stuff. There's 2 big games, got 2 home games this week. 2 wins puts us right in it.
Yeah, it does. We can't get 2 down from Saturday, and 2 teams that are right by us, and I think Blackpool got a couple games in hand, so it's important that we do get a couple of wins this week, and they'll be ready for it, and they're 2 really good teams, like I said, so we've got to be prepared.
Yeah, well, we're far from out of it, are we? I mean, do you look at the league tables and think maybe?
Yeah, I think we're just a bit inconsistent at the moment.
Yeah.
We can't really get that run of form that we had a few months ago, so we need to find that again. Especially we haven't really beaten any teams around us and above us, so we spoke about that after the game. It's something that's frustrating us a little bit, and we need to try and rectify that a little bit, and this week's the perfect opportunity, really.
And there is a lot of hair on screen at the moment, isn't there, with beards and the in need of hairdressers to reopen.
Lockdown.
Hello, Martin.
Hello, Liam.
Right, okay. Let's start with how are we against them? I do have
You've got a graphic.
a graphic. There we go. It even has the last meeting, which I'm sure we can remember because I haven't shaved since then.
Oh no, I have, but not yet. Yeah. We played. This will be the 21st meeting. As you can see, we've slightly got the upper hand over the previous 19. Right? Does that add up? No, it doesn't. But never mind.
21. Yeah.
Okay, so so
that shows 21.
it
So
does. Okay, so this is the 22nd meeting. Then.
well, it depends. How many wins did you have us having? Because it might already predict we win this evening.
I had us having won 9 to their 5. You see, you got.
See,
6,
yeah.
so
Oh no, that's
maybe,
typo on that front.
Maybe it's a typo. Yeah, we'll record that.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I know some played for both.
Oh, good.
And 2 of them are on that list there that is currently on the screen. One is Andy Crosby, one is Dave Penny.
Yep.
They both played for Doncaster, but who played more times for Doncaster, according to Wikipedia?
According to our great source, Wikipedia, I will have Dave Penny.
Dave Penny played 63 times to Andy Crosby's 51. There you are. You got one right. That's good.
That's rare, isn't it?
The other ones on that list are John Lundstrom and Les Robinson.
Yeah.
A couple of club legends, but Les Robinson sort of played here forever, didn't he?
10 years, which is pretty, in a footballing terms, that is pretty much forever. Yeah. A bit like Mickey Lewis, really, who he basically played for throughout the 90s. So, yeah.
And Josh Ruffles is coming up to that now, isn't he? He's a couple of years from that total. So fingers crossed he'll well, I was going to say get there soon. He'll get there when he gets there.
Oh yeah, you've got to really hurry time in that way. But...
No, am I right in thinking he scored 3 times against them in the last few minutes?
He certainly scored 3 times against them in the last few games, and I think 2 of those were very late. I can't remember the other. And James Henry's also something not playing today, but he's also scored a last-minute goal against them.
Yes.
So we do have a habit of. They don't like us up there. Apparently, they think we always beat them, which is not necessarily borne out by the stats. But
no, fairly similar in terms of obviously goals in the last 5, points in the last 5. I mean the stat they've gone with is about the percentages in all competitions, the shot accuracy there. Right, okay. So 86 to 72, and that is specifically Brandon Barker and James Coppinger. Or Coppinger, I don't know.
Both of whom starting today.
Yes. Right, okay. So, as we now can see your lovely face, what have you got in your hands? There we go.
I've got a batch programme for the Doncaster game.
Which is a really special one because it has Mickey Lewis on the front.
Club legend.
Yeah.
Sadly, he passed away not long ago. He's also got a couple of articles about him on the inside as well. Have to say, if you want one of these, you have to be very, very quick. We've only got fewer than 10 left, and they've already started to go as well with people sending in texts to me, or emails saying they want them. So so very few left. You can email me on program@oufc.co.uk, but it's strictly first come, first served. And if you miss out, don't blame me.
Is there an e-copy available?
Cool. Yeah, we do e-copies of all our programs we've got a website called matchdayfix.com/OUFC, and you can get downloadable e-copies of all the programs we've done, not just this season, but for 4 or 5 seasons past as well.
Excellent. And of course, you can get your book. You've got a book out a while back.
10 years ago, but yeah.
But it was actually what my granddad got it for his birthday this year.
Oh, good. Well,
there you go.
Yeah. There's 4 books. Which one did he get?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sadly, 2 of them were published by Breeden Press, which has since gone the way of many such small-time publishers. There's no more.
So if you've got one, it's worth a fortune now.
Yeah, you can still get them on Amazon and places like that. I wouldn't necessarily, condone using Amazon as a source of buying things, but some independent bookshops also have copies as well. So,
Yes. Right. So Mickey Lewis is on the front of that programme. Is also the first game. If you are very eagle-eyed, you will see behind the goal in the Jim Smith stand.
I'll put it away.
There is a new. Well, you won't be able to sit on that, but on your iFollow link, make sure you get your iFollow ticket. There is a Mad Dog flag up organised by Oxfox, and its first game is this evening. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. Yes, it looks very nice.
It does. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? Right. Okay. Any other played for both?
Probably, but as usual, didn't do my research beforehand. I couldn't necessarily throw off a few names into the ether, but there's bound to be a few, isn't there? Really?
Yeah. I find I've been surprised whilst I've been looking for played for both, how often players stick to a region. I thought as a footballer you would be wherever needs you would go to type thing, but a lot of players only play in Yorkshire for years, and a fair few players. I mean, you look in our squad, and there are a lot of players that have only played in sort of the home counties. Yeah. I'm surprised how often that happens.
I think a lot of that is when players are younger, they're probably more prepared to move around. But once they sort of get a family, settle down, they're obviously very reluctant to uproot their family, especially if they've got school-age kids or their missus has got a job or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that plays a big part, and even some of our players, like who are known for commuting long distances, some 2 of them, it's very wearing. They go here for a match on the Saturday, they go back home on Sunday, have to return on Monday for training. It's not a great life if you live too far from home.
No, it's very difficult, and it's one of those things when players move on, and obviously when players sign for us. There is like why have they gone there?
Yeah.
Often it's because it's close to home for them.
Close to home, yeah, right. Yeah. And that means they don't have to commute long distances. They don't have to uproot their families.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a large part of the reason. There may be some players who are just particularly, Joey Pigeon springs to mind, who just were so comfortable at the club, loved it at the club, didn't want to move.
Yeah.
Fair play to them.
Which again, we've got that sort of feel at the club now, where everyone seems to know each other well, and it's built a great community.
Yeah, for sure. Good community club.
Yes. Right. Okay. So, as you are the club historian, let's have a look at the Doncaster Rewind.
Oh yeah.
And from pitch side, I'm joined by Liam Potter. Hello, Liam.
Hello, how's it going?
It's good, thanks. Now, you don't have headphones with you today. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just about, yeah. I've positioned myself away from the speakers, so
Excellent.
I can hear you fine.
You are at the back of the Oxford Mail stand, the Jim Smith stand. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought there was such a lovely sunset behind me this evening that there's no better place to be positioned. So, yeah, and I'm also away from the shooting practice too.
Yeah. See how wayward it gets. So, yeah, you're also, does that mean you're near the Mickey Lewis flag that has gone up this evening?
The Mickey Lewis flag is just there, a nice tribute to him. Obviously, I think the whole club and all fans associated with Oxford United were so sad to hear of his passing. So there's a lovely flag in the East Stand in his memory. So he'll be looking down on us today.
Yeah, it's only 56. He somehow seemed to be at the club for 80 years, but only be 56. Such a tragic loss with him. You mentioned the sunset this evening. It's a lot warmer than it has been.
Yes, it's nice and warm. I think we're getting to that spring weather now, which is really good for me. Obviously, I spend the game pitch side, so I get all sorts of conditions. But also for pitch conditions in general, I think January, February, a few of the pitches tend to struggle, but ours has thankfully come through the worst of it now. I think we've had a good surface here all season. But yeah, we're getting towards the last couple of months of the season. We're not normally seeing more colour in the stands, more yellow shirts. As we come towards the end of the season, but yeah, it's getting nice and warm here.
Obviously, last Tuesday night was a fantastic win. Saturday fell to league leaders. What's the mood like down there? Is it still as confident as it was in the big run of wins that we had, or has it started to dip?
Yeah, I think so. This is just another game in a very difficult set of fixtures. We played predominantly the top end of the table, and this is just another one of those. I was fortunate enough to be at the game in Doncaster against these two sides, and it was one of the best games I've seen either side play. So, two really fast attacking sides who play nice football. Obviously, Darren Moore is no longer with Doncaster; he's moved to Sheffield Wednesday, but they still play a fantastic style of football. And it's two entertaining teams who should hopefully produce an entertaining match.
Well, we're all excited to see it. I was saying earlier, it was one of the best performances that led to a loss. We'll definitely play better, or play worse and win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that first 45 minutes in particular was some of the best I've seen the boys play this season. The way we pressed them was particularly impressive. It's just disappointing that they didn't manage to come away with the result, but I'm sure if they do play like that again tonight, then something positive will come out of it.
Absolutely. Now, I also know that you're at the game on Tuesday night, and afterwards you got to speak to Dan Adjie. So here's your interview with him.
Dan, you scored an important goal on Tuesday. How did it feel to grab the win in a derby game?
Yeah, I mean, we're all really happy, and it was an important win, and we're all just really happy about the result. And obviously, it being a derby, it's just good to get the win. Yeah.
Your job coming off the bench was to make an impact. Did you expect it to happen quite that soon?
No. Well, when I come on the pitch, my expectation is just try and make an impact and try and be positive. And the goal came about, and yeah.
You're in a wide position when it happened. Was passing ever an option, or was shooting always on your mind?
I think I was just always in the shoot there. I had a run on the player, and you just knock it past him and then take a quick shot.
What was going through your mind in the moment when it left the boot?
It kind of travelled quite quickly, and when I looked up, it was already in the net, so it's a big relief.
Was it one of those where when it left your feet, you kind of just knew it was going to go in?
Yeah, definitely. It's a kind of shot that I practice quite a lot, and I practice it so much, so now it just becomes natural, and it just came off.
You enjoyed it as well. Talk me through that celebration you did.
Oh yeah, well I didn't really know what to do, so just did a little jump, and and all my teammates just came and congratulated me straight away.
Yeah, I think Liam Kelly had just been subbed off, but he managed to find his way to you. You two are quite close as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we're all really close. We could see from the last game how important it was to the fans and how important it was to the club. So I think when we played in the first one, that's when I realised how important it was.
Okay, the players are just finishing off their warm-up now. So make sure you have your iFollow pass. We'll have a few words from iFollow in a moment. Chris Williams is just about to start writing the match report. He writes it as the game goes on. You've got Martin Brodetsky will be doing the Twitter. Liam Potter will be doing the moments you missed. He'll be filming that around the stadium, and I'll be on Instagram. There's also another Instagrammer today, so there'll be a few from closer to the pitch. Look out for the Mickey Lewis flag put up by Oxfox. Thank you very much to them for organising that. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Make sure you get your iFollow pass. Goodbye.
Follow in your heart, in spirit, in soul. You make every tackle, score every goal. You're part of it, wherever you are in the world. From the first minute until the last kick. Victories, heartbreaks. You're part of the fabric, the passion, devotion, supercharging emotion. For you, there is only one. Abiding loyalty, togetherness that is second to none. Follow every kick, every tackle, every goal. With access to live stream games and matchday commentary, with coverage spanning the globe. Behind the scene content, newsletters and match highlights. There is no better way for you to get closer to your club. And with iFollow sales supporting them, there's no better way to show your love. And you can't be there with iFollow.